finished 20 points to 18 in favour of the visiting side from the Blue Mountains. And this morning, the Canterbury Bulldogs played out an 8 points to 22 defeat against the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, James Graham played well for the Bulldogs, 100 metres, 42 tackles. Elliot Whitehead was in the Raiders team, but Josh Hodgson was the more significant Englishman on the pitch. 47 tackles, 1 try assist. He is nailed on as the starting hooker in the Four Nations.
As of last week, before this weekend's round of games, Josh Hodgson led the Dally M standings.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was on something like 10 points.
Well,
he was like 3 or 4 ahead of his nearest rival.
Well, after 5 rounds, the Broncos and the Storm lead the way with 4 wins from 5. The Roosters are at the bottom without a win, and serves them fucking right after dropping 2 try Joey Burgess. Serves them right.
He'll be playing New South Wales Cup before long, and he'll be back in a Wigan shirt in 18 months. You watch.
Less than that, let's hope. We'll treat him with the respect he deserves and give him first grade games.
Yeah, okay. Tell us about the Brentwood Eels, Mark.
Yeah, plenty happening. The Aaron side as well is who got the games going this week. The under 14s, so that's great. Over Easter, the Eels under 14s headed to Oxford for the first round of the 5 Counties Cup Merit League. In a wet and windy conditions, the Eels led at half-time 8-0 with 2 well-worked tries from Jake Smith and Harry Worsfold. The Cavaliers struck first in the second half before Patrick Wiseman responded with a try for the Eels. A lack of discipline at the ruck, though, saw the Eels give away a number of penalties in the final 10 minutes, which gave the Cavaliers the repeat sets and field position. The momentum shifted, and the Cavs took... I've abbreviated that.
Cavs.
Just ruined it now, haven't I? This is me. I don't know.
Why does that ruin it?
It's gone. My ad-libbing skills have gone. Took full advantage, crashing over for 2 tries, which they converted to win the game. Final score was 16 points to the Oxford Cavaliers, 12 points to our Brentwood Eels. We were also sent a very good and detailed match report from Marcus Smith on this game. Unfortunately, it was way too long to fit into the show.
Was it?
Yeah, Marcus is
I saw this.
Marcus is a sixth form student at one of Oxford's Sky Tri schools, the Bartholomew School. Now, I don't know if you remember, but John Connaughton got in touch with us last year, didn't he, about a crowdfunding campaign down there. He's both the coach of the Oxford Cavaliers, and I think the Bartholomew School was the school he was associated with when he was raising the money. I think.
Well, I don't want to discourage Marcus from getting...
That name rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, let's not discourage Marcus from getting in touch. Let's just trim it down.
Pare it down.
Just pile on a touch, Marcus. You should be concentrating on your other studies rather than writing.
I've told him his match reviews, bang them over to like RLDS or something and see if they're interested in his content, because they'll take it. I think he's trying to put it together for... It was actually Ollie Smith, not related to Marcus Smith, who sent it over to us, but we've got some words for Marcus, because it was his report that was really good. He's trying to put together a portfolio thing for his uni applications.
Okay.
And get himself put in RLDS rather than coming to us, because we can't give you what you need, lad, but you definitely...
And of course there's guys like the 18th Man and people like that who are always after people to write for them as well.
Yeah, definitely plug on, because it was a good effort what he sent through to us. I sent it on to Aaron as well, and Aaron came back and said that's really good, that's nice, and also said how great a group John's got at the Cavaliers as well.
Fantastic.
So there you go. But yeah, this weekend the Brentwood Eels were supposed to be travelling to the Wessex Bears, but that fixture was postponed, so the Eels travelled to Kent to play the Invicta Panthers, a combined under-15s and under-14 side, so a few older lads in the Invicta side than what the Brentwood lads were able to put out.
It couldn't be easier, Mark. You've written it down.
Oh, Tom, I know. 3 hours in though. Right. So what Aaron told us was it was a tough game from the outset, with the Eels finding themselves 20-0 down halfway through the first half. The Eels responded well by getting stuck into the Panthers and nicking a try before the interval when Thomas Ducker crashed over. The Eels grew in confidence in the second half, showing good structure and threat in attack. That saw Jacob Smith and Ewan McDonnell add to the Eels' tally. A good test of the Eels' character today, playing against older, bigger lads, along with 3 boys from the London Broncos scholarship squad. But the final score was the Panthers 36, Eels 16. But a lot of respect built for that young Eels side.
Absolutely, credit to you for keeping it for matching up to that. So that's a creditable scoreline.
Our boys, the Eels.
Yes,
the Brentwood Eels.
Go on, Brentwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Aaron can get together some merch for us.
Send us up some Brentwood Eels gear. Yeah. That'll be alright, wouldn't it?
When I asked him about
it... Do you think they've got many lads in that team that are a 3XL?
Well, they've got an adult team, haven't they?
Oh, of course, yeah.
The open age team, their league properly starts in May, doesn't it? They had So
of course,
first weekend of May. So we'll see more. We'll see more of them at that stage.
We could always join them for their under-15s piss up at the Challenge Cup this year, couldn't we? Right.
We'll definitely do our best to catch up with them at some point. Yeah.
That is the world of rugby league.
I hope they get to a final or something, so we can get Aaron on phone. That'd be awesome.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Definitely. That is the world of rugby league for about the last 3 years. Well and truly covered. Let's take a look into the future now as we bring you our predictions for round 10 of Super League. Round 10 of Super League, Mark. Where on earth has that come from? Flying through the season, over almost halfway through the regular season.
At least Thursday night rugby league's back, so I don't have to, chat to the missus on a Thursday night anymore.
Yeah, well, you're married now. Why would you want to do that? Okay, first game of the weekend sees. Hang on, is Hull KR versus Catalan the first game of the weekend?
Yes.
Are the Catalan Dragons fans getting free supplemented travel? Because they should be.
I don't think it. I think it only works with English clubs.
Well, that's.
I don't think Catalan signed up to it.
I cry. Well, fuck it. Okay, I haven't got the energy to make a thing out of it. First game of the weekend sees Hull KR take on Catalan Dragons. Well, Hull KR had a decent result against the Leeds Rhinos, but
Campese got hurt, didn't he, again after coming back in that game?
Yeah.
Is he going to be fit for this one?
I don't think so. And Catalan away from home, I think, are probably a strong enough proposition. They seem to have started playing well away from home and seem to have got into a routine with that. And I think on paper, they're probably a better side than Hull KR are at the moment. I've gone for an 8-point victory in favour of the Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, Hull KR's pack are much criticised by us early on in the season and probably last year and throughout, and they're actually playing a little bit better than we're giving them credit for.
Well, they've got some big lads
James
in there.
Greenwood in the second row and Mitch Allgood at loose forward is working well for them because it's giving them a bit more size, a bit more presence, but it's still not enough, I don't think, to take on what is a more rounded skill set of a side that Catalan can throw at them. So I'm going 26 points to 18.
Yeah, I mean, I should preface this whole predictions bit by saying that we've sat and looked at these tonight and gone,
toss a coin on every game.
You could feasibly go either way on these, every single fixture.
Yeah.
I've gone with Hull FC to win at home against Huddersfield, though, because Huddersfield just they scored a lot of points at the weekend, but fuck Huddersfield. To be honest with you, some of the forwards look a bit fat and a bit unfit.
Yeah.
So I just wonder about what's going on at the club. And Hull FC have won 3 in a row. They're on a bit of a roll. I see no reason why they won't continue that against the Huddersfield side that are well out of the reckoning for the top 4 and will scrape the 8 at the moment, and they need to start playing better. 14-point victory for Hull FC, I've gone. I
think the issue I have with Huddersfield is that the team selection confuses me. They're playing Connor at scrum half but Braley at full-back.
Right.
Weird. Yeah. Weird for me.
Do you think that's just because he thinks he can get more out of Braley as a dynamic runner?
Well,
he's getting on at the end of plays, or if he's returning the ball,
and they can be a bit more instinctive in that position.
Yeah,
maybe
that's where guiding him into the squad.
But no, you want him in positions to involve himself in the game as a halfback would, because he's a halfback.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, when you've got 2 fit halfbacks, when you've got Ellis back, play him at full back and be an extra attacking threat, O'Brien style.
Yeah.
But not at this stage when you've not got. Basically, anyway, not enough Huddersfield players are playing well enough together. You'll have Cudjoe and McGilvery having a good game, but no one on the other side of the pitch having a good game. Then you'll get Akuma Tai and Rapira having a good game, but you won't get it backed up with the interchanges. So I'm going to go Hull FC 26-20.
Okay, Warrington take on St Helens on the Friday night televised game. I just fancy Warrington for this. St Helens have picked up some results over Easter, but they've looked patchy at times, and I don't think they look particularly.
One result over Easter.
Yeah, it was a decent result against Widnes, I suppose, in terms of the form that Widnes has been in prior to that game. But I think Saints will defend resolutely. I would have, if Chrissy Sandow was in the team, I'd have gone for Wolves by a fucking cricket score on this one.
Yeah.
As it happens, I think that reins it back in a little bit, and I've gone for a 30 points to 20 win in favour of the Wire.
Yeah, I don't see where St Helens are going to score tries from out wide, and I don't see their strength, their middle unit, being good enough to overcome a strong middle unit that Warrington throw out there. Sandow being missing is the only thing that puts any question mark in it for my mind, but I'm still going Warrington 24-16. They've got a better squad, they've got more players to bring into that side.
Yeah.
I mean, look, young Declan Patton hasn't even had a look in, and I'd say he was great last year when he played.
Yeah. Yeah.
24-16 Warrington.
Okay, Leeds travel over to the AJ Bell this weekend on Saturday evening. And I could have gone another way with this one. I've gone for Leeds by a score, Leeds by 6, but only because I just can't see how it can continue. Salford have been a little bit patchier over the Easter weekend. Leeds have been woeful, but I can't bring myself to start tipping against them yet. I'm going to give them another week. So Leeds by 6 in a scrappy affair.
Yeah, I'm thinking the game will go very similarly to that. I've gone Leeds by 4, 20 points to 16. I just worry about Salford's cohesion with changing players that they're going to have to do.
Yeah.
Their second halfback option is non-existent as it stands. And if they've got injuries in the front row, like with Kopchak, if he doesn't recover from the back spasms and things like that, I just think they don't have the quality of depth to set a platform for halfbacks that aren't firing, and that's why I'm gonna reckon Leeds will squeak one out, possibly through some sort of Watkins inspiration after a woeful 60 minutes.
Right.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay, Wigan take on Wakefield over at the Rapid Solicitor Stadium. Bell, why can't I remember where Wakefield play?
They've only played there for 120
a billion years. Yeah, exactly. Wakefield take on Wigan over at the Bellevue, and I could have gone either way with this one. I could have picked Wakefield to win by 12 and probably tried to justify it, but I've gone with Wigan because they should be winning this game, and they probably should be winning by more, but Wakefield have had an uptick in their performances, so I'm going with Wigan by 12.
Yeah, I mean Wakefield are, along with Hull FC, in good form.
I should say it won't surprise me one bit if Wakefield do win this game, because they're on a good run.
And they're in as good a form as anyone, and they're certainly showing strike ability from all facets of that back division.
It will be interesting to see those two back divisions go up against each other, in fact.
I do think that one thing that Wigan's backs have shown is power, and one thing that Wakefield's backs lack is size. Now, Salford's backs were able to make the breaks, make the meters, they just couldn't execute those last plays. Shit, I'm just realising that Wigan can't execute those last plays either.
That's going to be a 0-0 draw.
But I trust I can't tip against Wigan.
No, you won't.
But wait, like you say, I wouldn't be shocked. But 30 points to 18 for Wigan.
Okay, and the final game of the weekend sees Widnes take on Castleford at the Select Security Stadium. So, two teams that kind of, we had some high hopes for at the very early part of the season, but they're both missing some key players, whilst Widnes have got Kevin Brown out. I'm not sure if Ben Roberts is back for Castleford, and he certainly augments them in attack.
Young Tom Holmes had a decent game at half-back, though, didn't he, against Huddersfield? I mean, in defence, obviously, is only small, and you can get around him.
Yeah.
But he got involved and did some good touches.
If Castleford's pack get over the top of Widnes's, then Cass might go on to win this. But I think if Widnes can deploy the tactic that they've had recently of kind of playing around big packs, then they'll come out on top. And I just fancy them at home to do that, so I'm going for Widnes by 8.
Fair enough. I'm going to go with Castleford, 28 points to 16.
Okay.
I think when you look at these two sides, with the injuries they've had, I think Castleford haven't lost that strike power.
True. Yeah, the guys that have come in have done well.
Widnes seem to have slowed up their scoring rate. 10 points against Warrington, 16 points against St
Helens have got 10 against.
10 against St Helens, 10 against Warrington, 16 points against Catalan. That's not. No, 8 points against Catalan.
Yeah, it's certainly nowhere near as free scoring as it happened. Yeah.
No points, basically. Hardly any points they scored.
Yeah.
I'll backtrack a bit. 12 points against St Helens, that was it. 10 points against Warrington.
And 8
points against Catalan.
Yeah.
They're not scoring.
True.
Whereas Castleford still have been scoring.
Yeah.
That's what gives me the confidence to go Castleford.
I take your point. I just feel like Castleford have been leaking as well. They've been winning, when they've won, it's been by 4 points, and they've conceded tries and had these ropey periods of time.
I've got faith in the eternal power of Andy Lynch.
And Darryl Powell. There you go. Okay. So, if you're at a game this weekend and want to keep abreast of everything else that's going on, our friends at SL Clubs will help you do that if you follow them on Twitter. Championship game of the week, Mark?
Well, I think it's a make or break kind of occasion. That's why I've thrown it in as Bradford. Bradford away at Dewsbury. They lost the same game in the Cup a couple of weeks back, and and Bradford are on a run.
Drop,
if I understand it right, Bradford have won 1 of the last 7.
Yeah.
They've had 2 draws, but
Yeah.
they've only won 1 of the last 7.
Yes.
That's fucking awful.
It's absolutely woeful.